crimes aren't confined to the land only. Water also hides some secrets. It is estimated that more than $771 trillion of gold is lost under the sea. It was either from the ship wars or natural disasters. Hundreds of shipwrecks, pirate ships, slave ships, cargo haulers from 1900, and Civil War ships have sunk deep in water. Different countries fought ship wars or attacked the other ships for treasures and valuables. This unscrupulous fight for treasure was carried out without any rules. During all our childhood, we saw the pirates looking for the marked X treasure on their maps. They would fight battles, sail oceans, pillage other ships, kill enemy pirates just to get to the unknown treasure. Cargo ships weren't safe either from the battles or the pirates. Since the researchers and governments came to know about the hidden treasures beneath the sea, various treasure hunts have started. Treasure hunters dive under the suspected area in hopes of finding the lost treasure. And some are successful in finding them. Specific robots have also been built for this purpose. In this video, we're going to round up the biggest stories of the most successful treasure hunts. Before we continue, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, now is a good time to do it so you never miss more awesome content from us. If you like this video, don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Titanic, $218 million. We are all familiar with the tragic details of the Titanic from 1912. The 2,207 passenger ship was taken on a maiden voyage in the North Atlantic. The ship hit an iceberg and took several hours before the ship sunk beneath the water. For the next 70 years, researchers were unaware of the location of the Titanic. An oceanographer, Robert Ballard, was on a secret mission to find two sunken submarines from the Cold War. Instead, he found the wrecks of the Titanic on the ocean floor of the Atlantic near Newfoundland, Canada, in 1985. Ballard found the wrecks 2.5 miles below the surface. Although Titanic wasn't a treasure ship, the items found in the ship hold incalculable value to the people. However, if we count the gold and other valuable items, the ship had $200 million worth of treasure. The SS Central America, $400 million. SS Central America was an 85-meter-long wooden-hull steamship which sunk in 1857. The ship was loaded with 3 tons of gold from the American Gold Rush and carried 600 passengers. The ship was traveling from Panama to New York City when a hurricane struck the ship near South Carolina in the Atlantic Ocean. The SS Central America went down with $400 million worth of gold and 425 passengers, including the captain. In 1985, Columbus America Discovery Group was founded, which aimed to find the remains of the SS Central America. Thomas G. Thompson was successful in locating the shipwreck in 1988. However, he's been tight-lipped about the exact location in the treasures. He has hidden the gold and deceived the investors. Right now, he's in an Ohio jail until he tells the authorities about the location of the ship and treasures. Atocha, $450 million. Atocha treasures have been lost in the ocean for centuries. In 1622, the treasure ship was loaded to bring it to Spain from Havana, Cuba. The ship was only 86 miles off Cuba when a hurricane hit the ship. The 265 crew members died, while only 5 survived. Nuestra Señora de Atocha is one of the most valuable shipwrecks. After the hurricane, Spain sent 5 ships for recovery of the ship carrying tons of gold, silver, tobacco, and emeralds. In 1969, a group of American treasure hunters led by Mel Fisher started to find the treasure. They were successful in locating the treasure in 1985 near the Florida Keys. The total had 40 tons of gold, silver, and 70 pounds of Colombian emeralds, worth $450 million. Black Swan, $500 million. Black Swan was a Spanish ship that left the coast of South America in 1804. It was laden with tons of gold and silver treasure. However, it got involved in a battle with the British. The ship sank off the coast of Portugal, along with all of the treasure. Odyssey Marine Exploration, an American company, started the search of the Black Swan. In 2007, Odyssey Marine Exploration found the shipwreck with $500 million worth of treasure. The treasure was kept a secret and was hidden at an unknown address in Florida. After a 5-year-long legal battle, Spain was successful in recovering the treasure. The planes carrying 17 tons of silver coins, hundreds of gold coins, and other valuable artifacts landed in Spain in 2012. Flor de la Mar, $2.6 billion. Flor de la Mar was a Portuguese Navy ship that set sail from Malacca, East Indies, in 1511. It was called Flower of the Sea, as it had been successfully sailing in the Indian Ocean for 9 years. However, bad fate doesn't see experience. The ship was caught in a violent storm along with 4 other ships in the Strait of Malacca. Flor de la Mar hit the infamous reefs of Sumatra and was broken in half. The captain was saved, but crew members were unfortunate. The ship was loaded with tons of gold, which would be worth $2.6 billion today. The exact location of Flor de la Mar is unknown, since the maps in 1511 were quite unreliable. Treasure hunters are clueless, but perhaps modern radar and underwater drones would provide great help in the search. San Jose, $22 billion. San Jose was a Spanish galleon which was destroyed in 1708. The ship erupted into flames after a battle with the British, 40 kilometers from Cartagena, Colombia. San Jose was armed with 62 cannons, tons of gold, silver, and emeralds. It would be worth $22 billion today. 600 people also sunk with the hefty treasure. In 2015, the mystery of San Jose was revealed. The shipwreck is 600 meters deep on the ocean floor. The Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution from Massachusetts has used the Remus 6000 underwater vehicle to identify San Jose. However, after 5 years, the ship hasn't been recovered yet. Different countries have a dispute on staking the claim on the treasure. Most of the treasure shipwrecks are found by pure accident. Could be the kids playing on the beach or a couple doing scuba diving in the Atlantic. There are still many shipwrecks in the ocean that hold treasures, so the next time you're in the sea, look out for some treasures and valuables. Even if you find the treasures on accident, you're not the owner of the item unless the government approves. You have to show the buried trove to the government, and if they don't deem it as a treasure, you're gladly allowed to keep it. But often the treasure lands in the museum and you're compensated for the value of the treasure. Big treasures recovered from ships are also placed in museums. Titanic and Atocha treasures have been displayed in museums. It attracts the tourists, but also lets researchers have a field day about thinking about how 4 centuries later, the chandelier holder wasn't destroyed in the water. Atocha shipwreck treasures are placed in the Melfisher Maritime Museum. The museum holds the most famous exhibitions of the 1622 Atocha shipwreck treasures. The museum also features Henrietta Marie, which sank in 1700. It was an English trading ship boarding slaves. Artifacts like shackles, beads, ivory and tankards, cannons, and so forth were retrieved from the ship. Henrietta Marie provided the researchers and the world a glimpse into the world of slave trading. The Melfisher Maritime Museum is located in Key West, Florida. The museum displays 10,000 artifacts including gold coins, silver bars, cannons, contraband of emerald, and 77 3/4 carat uncut crystal. Melfisher was a chicken farmer from Indiana. When he moved to California, he opened the state's first dive shop. He went out diving to search for lost treasure for 16 years before he was successful in finding the Atocha treasures, worth $450 million. But we want to hear from you. Are you interested in finding some hidden treasures? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.